But like we were discussing, coaching industry, online, make money online industry is good.
Especially
Shit's
if
gonna
everybody's
help,
going to be
but
quarantined in their houses.
yeah, everybody's going to be online just looking at a computer screen or a phone screen, being like, oh shit, I need to make money online.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is dope because that's what we help people with.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a beautiful time to be in this space, especially right now when, like you said, everybody's just going to be in their houses looking at computers for entertainment because they're not going to go outside.
The tension's going to be there. Advertising costs, I believe, from everything that I'm reading, should go down on Facebook. Less people will spend money on ads on Facebook.
Yeah, I think less people are in a buying mode.
Yeah, so that's good for us. But yeah, I ain't scared.
I ain't scared. When the rest of the market contracts, you expand into that space. That's what you do.
Yeah.
You don't retract.
So many deals right now on stocks, on just everything.
Oh, dude, everything. People are buying American Airlines stock right now like crazy.
Right?
Because it's like, it did like 10% down in a day. They're like, take my cash. Because I know people aren't going to stop flying forever. They're going to get right back on planes.
Yeah, 100%. I actually just downloaded a book to learn more about the stock market crash in 1929. I think it's called The Great Crash at 1929. Can't wait to listen to it.
It was the one right before the Depression.
We're live, and I don't know if anybody's watching us or if...
Oh, we got people.
Do we have people? People like us?
Hella people.
Oh, hella people. We had a really shitty... So we had a really shitty turnout for Cole Gordon's training inside of the Facebook group. Are you
serious?
That training was fucking fire.
Dude, Cole is fire. Are you kidding me?
I think it's because we jumped into like, training mode instead of like just jamming out like this.
Jam out sometimes.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, if you're live with a screen share, nobody's gonna watch it. Like, shit.
Really? I always feel like screen shares do better.
Depends on what kind of screen share. Facebook like live quality is so low that like if you have a full HD monitor or like an Apple monitor, which are like even crazier definition, it's gonna compress that shit to like 700, 720.
You know about that shit.
Yeah, it's gonna compress it, and nobody's gonna be able to read the hell's on your screen. Nobody's gonna be able to see what you're trying to show them.
Yeah,
like I've gotten this shit down to a science now. My life is crisp.
This might be. Do you still have a course on it? Is it free?
I do. I don't support the group that much because it's itself.
He admits it.
Like I've covered everything that needs to be covered in the free course and in the masterclass. And what I learned though,
dude, can you drop the link to that course? Because it's
sure.
Yeah. So if you guys want a free course on just like. If you look at Mario's stuff, like the lighting, the quality, headset, his beautiful face, and thank God your mustache is coming back. I missed it.
I know. I look like a baby.
And that's free, right? Or is it a small?
The mustache? Yeah, you just grow it organically.
Oh, that's sweet. I have to pay for it. That's awesome.
No, yeah, the course is free.
Yeah.
If you want to learn like the super fancy stuff, which honestly nobody needs right now, like. I went away from like all the fancy like cutouts and 3D stuff that I was doing before, and I just it's just my camera. That's it.
It's too much distraction. Get his free course, lsmastery.com, to know how to set this whole thing up on the cheap. You said your whole whole setup was under how much?
Under $200, I believe.
That's awesome.
Like I'm using a Walmart lamp over here to light this side of the face with some colored LED bulbs, and I got a $8 ring light over here that I bought on Amazon that just plugs into my computer. And then the camera is just my cell phone. Like I didn't even buy a camera. It's just my cell phone.
Okay. Mark, what's up? Mickey,
what's up?
Mateo, I love your faces. Thanks for being here, guys. If you get any value out of this interview, hit that heart button, hit that like button. It helps us out. And
everybody I know,
dude, everybody loves you. Dan, what's up, man? Kate, my girlfriend, walking in behind me, giving me coffee.
Hi.
Thank you. That's the first time she's ever been on a live in the Facebook group. Say hi, honey.
Hi.
Dan, what's up, man?
I just shared my news feed.
What we're diving into today is how Mario had his first $1 million run rate month. Just started in business coaching last year, right?
Yep. September.
Yeah. Baller. Did you start with GGMB, with Group Growth and Monetization Blueprint?
No.
It was Authority Accelerator. You hopped right into it.
Yeah, I jumped into the deep end. And funny enough, when I was on the call with Grant about Authority Accelerator, I was like, bro, just give me the elite. Like, just give me elite. And he's like, no, man. We need to like make sure you have success in the 3 month. And then if it makes sense to move up, we'll move you up. And I was like, all right. And then I told you like a month later, and you're like, Grant, what the fuck? You probably get him in a lead. What the hell, man?
No, I think it's good. It's like dating a girl. Like, no. Like, there's a time and a place for this, and then they really want it.
I ain't got time to date. Just let me put a ring on it. I know what I want.
Yeah. So that was Authority Accelerator Elite at the time. We changed it to 7-Figure CEO. And
thing.
You've gone through a lot of ups and downs through our time together, which is totally normal in entrepreneurship.
Oh yeah.
Can you share with us kind of your journey, starting from zero as a business coach to where you're at now?
Yeah, man. Yeah. So I started off in this space in March, in like the online marketing, make money from home kind of space. In March, I quit my job as a mortgage banker that I was doing for like 3 years. Mostly, like, the money was great. The money was amazing. I didn't quit because I wasn't making enough money. I quit because I hated showing up to work every day. And I was just like working 11-hour days, but not really working all 11 hours, working like 2 hours of those 11 hours, spending the other 9 just playing ping pong or staring at the ceiling. And just realized like I'm spending my life doing something I hate just because the money's good, you know? And so I quit in March without replacing my income at that point, just quit. And then try to figure out how the hell to build this online business within 30 days before I ended up home.
So that was only a year ago when you quit, March 2019.
Yeah, right? Anniversary was 2 weeks ago, March 1st. Yeah.
Crazy.
So yeah, man. And then since then, ups and downs like crazy. I didn't expect the ups and downs to be as crazy as they were, but like 10K month, 0K month, 30K month, 0K month, over and over and over for like, the first few months until September.
Welcome to entrepreneurship.
Yeah, it's like it's feast or famine at the beginning, and it really is.
Yeah.
And most people unfortunately live in the famine part of it because they don't know how to hunt, so they're never feasting.
100%. And I think for you, why your spikes, you're good at sales.
Yeah. And years in sales. Yeah.
The thing that we had to work with you was doing less one-on-one coaching calls.
Yeah.
So I think I want to bring that up, which you love the people in your programs and you love to help, but you were doing way too much delivery. And like you could, it's the 80-20 rule. You could have done way less with getting the same result for your clients, but you're hopping on those calls. So I wanted to bring that up because we worked with you a lot on that and getting you out of that delivery and still getting your clients massive results. And I think that was the reason for the spikes, going from a 30K month to zero because you were in delivery mode after you made it.
Right. And then while you're in delivery, because I had my entire calendar always booked up with like coaching calls, I never had time to actually go out and market and sell. And that's when I joined Authority Accelerator. Was like September. I just finished selling my one-on-one coaching program, which you immediately told me was a stupid idea, but it was already done. So I was like, damn, shit. During that first month and a half of working with you guys, all I focused on was building the group coaching program that was going to come after I was done with this delivery. Because thankfully, I didn't tie myself to 90 days. I tied myself to 60 days working with these people. And I realized a lot of the same stuff that you guys told me, which was you're going to end up answering the same damn question 7 times in a row to 7 different people when you could have just answered it once in a group coaching call. and they all would have had the answer, and you would have been able to solve more problems, and problems that others didn't even know existed when you're in a group coaching call. Because like I noticed when we did our Authority Accelerator calls, like I didn't even know to even think about something that somebody else just asked about. Like shit, you know, like why didn't I think of like one, asking that, or two, thinking that was even a possibility? Like, like automating a bunch of the delivery, hiring VAs, doing all this other stuff. I'm like,
yeah, exactly. It opens up new possibilities. Like that's why group programs are so awesome compared to one-on-one, because you're learning from the group. All that stuff. So you were going through all these ups and downs, and then recently you had a big win. Share with us like what led up to that big win.
So basically, I've been doing my group program since November, just solo, just me doing it by myself, and that was nice. So I was doing like 20 to 30K, you know, a month when I was selling that. And then in January, after we had our little January mastermind, it was during that time. Actually, it was right before that. It was just a few days before we had our mastermind. I was speaking to one of my friends who's also in the 7-Figure CEO, Alex, who I've known now for a year. She's been my day one, or day one, like you say. And basically we were like talking about both having a high ticket offer. Like she had one, I had one, and we were just like, why don't we just combine them and make them one program? Because she's delivering all on hers, and it's like a ton of work. I'm delivering all on mine, and it's a ton of work because I don't even have VAs, and she does. And we're just like, let's combine them and combine our audiences and really like sell this thing. And that was mid-January. But we didn't want to, like, it was on one call that we came up with the whole thing, but we didn't want to like push it out like crazy publicly immediately. We wanted to like make sure we had a few of our ideal people in before we opened it up to the public. So the first 10 spots of it, we sold at $5,000 in like a span of like 2-3 weeks, like from mid-January to like beginning of February. And then
what was that from primarily? Just reaching out to your current list through
that was well, I mean, she had a group of like almost 4,000 people. I had a group of almost 1,000 people. So they were you know, they were already a warmed audience. They trusted us. They knew us. They knew the value that we brought. We had testimonials from people in the past that we were able to kind of like leverage. And like I created success for people in my one-on-one and in the previous group coaching program that I could like speak to and speak about. And she had created a lot of success for a lot of people with her courses and trainings and stuff. So we already came in knowing who our ideal audiences were because we'd been interacting with them over months. So we sold those first 10 spots just in Messenger. It was just like we reached out to a few people that we knew would be a good fit, you know, and sold those first few spots. And then after that, I ended up creating some graphics and then pushing out kind of like a FOMO campaign of like everybody that just signed up, congratulating them twice a day, every day for like a week. Which was everywhere. Like we posted in our group, on our profile, both of us. So it was like boom, 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 bombarding the internet. Everybody was like, what the hell is this thing? I want to join. What is it? Take my money. So that helped fill out the remaining spots. And that led to a $100,000 month, you know, and we collected a little over 50K so far on it.
That's awesome.
In cash. Yeah. And that's when I learned how big of a pain in the ass credit processing fees are. Like, I didn't know how much money that actually cost.
9%, right?
Yeah, 3.5%, dude. It was like, what the heck? Where's all my money going? Like, I paid more in credit card processing fees last month than I paid in rent and utilities combined.
Right? Yeah, it's
a good problem to have, I guess.
Yeah, but I love what you guys have set up because if any of you guys on the live right now missed the 4 seasons training, so 4 seasons of business, you've got delivery operations, lead generation, and sales. You guys have those spots filled. You have Callum in your operations. You have Alex in delivery, you have you in sales, you have Fernanda in lead generation. That's a system, man. Like
we have other coaches too in delivery. So we got like 5 other coaches in to help people.
You built out your coaching bench.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty epic. It's absolutely awesome. Just because I realized too that I am the bottleneck. When I was doing my own program, it was just me, no VAs, no team, no ops, no nothing. I was lead gen, sales, delivery, and everything else. I had a limit of how many people I could work with and how effective I could be and how creative I could be, because I'm only one person with one, I can have multiple perspectives just because I've worked in so many industries. I can see different things, but it's just me. I'm like one channel. There's only so much that can flow through me. And when you build out that bench of other coaches, it's like now I have an expert in sales who does way better in sales than I do in sales. And they take care of that. I have an expert in funnel design. I don't design funnels. Like, if you've ever seen my funnels, some of them are pretty, but most of them are just like so bare bones. They don't even make sense. And people still pay me money. So which is great. But like, you get experts, just like you got Brad in for sales and you have Cole in there, training people too.
Yeah.
You got Avery in the back, in the back end running everything.
Sarah,
you got Jeff, you got all the, Kai, you got the whole gang.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
So through this whole process, I'd love for you to share with us what have been your biggest lessons? What are your top 3 things that you have learned over the past year since quitting your job 12 months ago?
I think, man, that's a big question. That's like one of my things I learned.
Take a breath.
I've learned so much. So one of the first things I learned that I think has been the most important is just documenting the entire journey, every step of the way, the highs and the lows, because I think that builds a narrative that your audience can follow and feel like they're a part of it with you. It's kind of like building a movie, like this entrepreneur journey is ups and downs. And if you're only ever showing the highlights, you're an ad. It's not an experience. It's a pitch. I share the depressing moments. I share crying on the on the kitchen floor with $50 in my bank account. I share that not because it makes for good, a good post, but because people experience that. They experience that doubt that others, put on them because they couldn't do it, and they are seeing that you're not doing it, but you're still pushing, and they're like, why don't you just give up and go back to work? People have that feeling. So you got to share that stuff. So that
I think it's good to mention a Brene Brown quote here: "Share your scars, not your gaping open wounds."
Yes,
because you made an epic post. Epic post inside of ClickFunnels, which was you weren't Facebook Living yourself crying on the floor, but it was after you had created that success and learned from the pain that you were going through.
Yeah,
where you created that narrative,
that's so funny. Because I have a Brene Brown quote to go with that Brene Brown quote, which is, there's a difference between vulnerability and oversharing. And most people just overshare. And it's not coming from a place of like empathy. It's coming from a place of like, look at me, attention. I'm struggling in life. Just help me or look at me.
I have a John Romanello quote to go with that. I don't know if it's
we got quotes.
But one of my, I thought it was so funny. He brought up in a mastermind, he said that people don't really have arguments or opinions. They have emotions. And I was like, oh shit, that's so true. People basically just talk from their emotions and don't actually give thought to their opinions and their arguments. Right. That didn't go perfectly with that quote, but that's just something that popped in my mind. So.
But it's true. Yeah. People experience life through their emotions,
So,
we're not very, cerebral type creatures. We have a thinking brain that we can turn on, but usually we're just going around feeling stuff about our day, we're just feeling a certain way. If you have a bad experience in the morning, even if everything else goes great in the day, you'll have a shitty day because you carry that emotion throughout the day, and so it's all about like noticing the good things that are happening. But the first,
can I speak to something here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I was just on a 2-hour training call with new members, and I forgot to record it. So this was a little piece of gold from it, where somebody brought up. I asked, hey, which I do on all my coaching calls. Hey, what was your biggest takeaway? And one person said that, oh my God, flow is created. It doesn't just happen. And I was like, oh, I thought that was obvious. Where if you're trying to get into a flow state where you are just creatively banging on all cylinders, you don't just fall into it. It's the habits, it's the routines that you get yourself into to optimize your creativity, your focus, your energy that allows you to go into that flow state. And one thing that I shared with them is something that I got from John Romanello, which is the best way for me to create content and get into that flow state is by going to a coffee shop with my computer on 80% and no charger and drink a cup of coffee and just batch create my content all at once. And that's what produces the flow state for me. Yeah.
That creates that pressure cooker thing of like, this computer's going to die eventually, so I better start cranking and not get distracted. And if I watch a video, it's going to spend, it's going to spend some of that battery. And if I go do something else, it's going to spend that battery.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
It's been working really, really well for me.
I love that. Dude.
But your first lesson.
So that first lesson was share your journey.
Document your journey.
Yeah. Second lesson is crazy too.
Second lesson?
It's all about consistency, frequency, and intensity. And I live by those 3 words now because I realized you can compress your journey to like what you deem to be success, whatever your definition of success is, with consistency of showing up, of doing the work, of just day in, day out, working at it. Frequency, which is how many times a day are you working on the thing that you're working on, like if you're working at your business 2 hours a day and somebody's working on their business like 16 hours a day, or like you don't have to go crazy. You can if you want to. You don't have to go crazy. But if somebody's out working by like 4 or 5 times what you're doing and what you're putting out there, they're just going to be more visible. They're going to get more done. They're going to dominate that time. When I post 3, 4, 5 times a day, sometimes I am dominating people's news feeds. They can't go anywhere without seeing me. When I used to go live 3, 4 times a day, you couldn't log into Facebook without my face being on there somewhere. It was just frequency of action and then intensity, like making sure that that time that you do spend working is intensely in the work. Like you said, you get in that state of flow and you just crank out your content. You get in a state of flow and you just do a live, not for 5 minutes, like some people who have better advice than I have say, but like I've done 2-hour-long lives and people stick around and watch, and they're like, holy crap, Mario, like this was just like, I learned so much more from your live than I've learned in courses. Like the live I did with Grant was 2 hours long. And people were like, that was more valuable than the $1,000 sales course I just bought.
Yeah.
So like intensity in that time that you do work is super huge too.
I love that.
I get intense.
Consistency, frequency, and
intensity.
I love that. It reminds me of, I shared this on the last training as well. But I got it from Tony Robbins. I call it the cycle of momentum, but I think he calls it something different. But your certainty and belief.
Yeah.
That creates more potential within yourself, and your potential causes you to take more action, and your action produces the results, which gives you more certainty and belief, which increases your potential,
it's the circle.
Increases your action, which increases your results. And just the more frequency,
the more times you can cycle through that,
and intensity that you can put into that cycle, the faster your momentum will take off and the faster you'll grow, which you mix those two together. And it's just a recipe for growth.
Yeah. I think one thing I learned from Tony, which was like the reverse of that cycle, was like that downward spiral that we go down, which is if you start with no belief and no certainty, your potential goes down. which makes you take less action, which means you have less results, which gives you even less certainty and belief, which then it continues downwards too. So it starts with that belief part first and where you are in that. Do you have utmost certainty, or do you have no certainty? And you can either spiral up or spiral down, which was awesome. I learned that at FHL. He spoke about that actually during his 3 hours with us there.
So good.
So good.
Yeah. And there's Kai, our mindset or peak performance coach inside of Seven Figure CEO, always talks about what's it called? Triangle. It's basically like the downward spiral, and talks about avoiding fatigue, overwhelm, and then there's a third thing there that I can't remember right now. But just identifying when you're in fatigue, when you're in overwhelm, and how you can change your state to change things around and get things back on track.
Yeah. It's huge. Absolutely huge.
I love frameworks, man.
I love frameworks too, man. Like, that was like one of my biggest takeaways, both from you and from FHL. Was being there. Like, it's funny how they, like, you were talking about frameworks before they were, and then I go there and like the entire event is about frameworks.
Yeah.
Like, all 3 days was frameworks. I was like,
The funny thing about that is just Russell Brunson just copies everything that I do. It's kind
of does. He's just watching you.
Yeah.
He's like, what's Andrew up to this week? Let's do that.
It's so annoying. Like, I put out a post and he puts out the exact same post.
He just copy paste. Like, he doesn't even change out your name. Leaves Andrew in there.
It's funny because there are so many fucking people on the internet that do that, and I'll go to a personal profile and I'll be like, that looks familiar.
Like, copy your exact cover photo. Yeah. I was like, bro, this guy's exactly your entire like profile cover, group cover, everything is the same as yours.
Just the face is swapped out.
Like it's called modeling people, not copying. You can't take everything.
Colors and everything. It's like, dude, it's not the colors that make me legit. Like, what are you doing?
But they think it is.
It's crazy.
It's a very surface level understanding of what's working and what's not.
Yes.
Dude, that's why I like. Okay, so the other thing that I've learned, I guess this goes perfectly into it, is
this number 3?
This could be number 3, is that your copy really fucking matters. Like, it really matters. Like, if you're going to learn one thing to succeed in this online space, you better freaking learn how to communicate. Because that's your entire job, is communication. You got to be able to convey your message, convey your offer, convey why people should work with you, trust you, all that stuff as effectively as possible. And what I've seen most people do with their copy is they treat it like it's, and it's funny enough, we had a copy coaching call today in my group. They treat their copy like it's a blunt object and they're just going to beat people over the head with why they should work with them. And I'm like, no, man, it needs to be like a surgical knife. You just need to know exactly where to cut to have the most penetration in the market, and I think I've refined that over the last year too, which has been absolutely awesome. Because my first post would get like no likes, no comments, nobody gave a shit. Actually, my posts for the last 9 years on Facebook have been no engagement.
Right.
And then I just like started watching what all of the people that I was following on the internet were doing, and I was like, I see why that's going viral. I see why that's not going viral. Mm-hmm. And I model the things that are going well. I don't copy paste and then put my words in their words. But like, you've seen some of my posts on the ClickFunnels group, like they just explode.
Yeah.
In the hundreds and hundreds of comments and likes, and I've made tens of thousands of dollars from each one of those posts, which has been great. Yeah. People who didn't even know who I was are like, shit, dude.
All you got to do in groups, and that was one of the core things that we teach in all of our programs, is do a story post and just make it look like a testimonial. For that group admin or for that group as a whole. Like,
I actually look at some of your posts like that you like provided to us, like that little all the different types of posts with links.
Yeah.
And it's just like, it looks to you, and I've been using this too a lot recently. To the group owner, it's like, oh, dude, this guy's raving about my group. Why would I ever like remove this post or delete it or turn off comments? Like, hell yeah, I want people to know how awesome this group is. But to everybody who's reading the post, they're like, this Andrew guy is the shit. You know, like I'm already in the group. I don't need to be convinced why I should be in here, but I already like this guy way more. And that
Right.
works so well. It feeds everybody's like
It's a
needs.
win-win-win.
Exactly. It's a win all the way around.
Yeah. I
It's
love
beautiful.
it. I love it. Um, so what has changed for you? Has anything changed after this big month, this big launch?
I feel like I can breathe easier. You know, like I feel like before this 100K month, it's constantly in like a stage of like holding your breath. I don't know where the next money is going to come from. I don't know where everything else is going to come from, you know? And especially when you're in like in high ticket programs and stuff, like you ain't got just rent to worry about. The money I spend on my like the programs and masterminds I'm in far exceeds my rent. I'm not worried about living expenses,
Yeah.
but like having that push, I guess, from all these things that I'm involved in, pushing me to like have more and more success, caused a lot of anxiety for me. Like it was constantly like a state of worry, and doing 100K in a month, and collecting 50K was like, okay, I can finally start like operating from a place of real abundance and not just anxiety of needing to make more money,
Yeah.
and like
That's why you
people,
gotta hire the right coaches and mentors, man.
yeah,
If you hire the wrong coach or the wrong mentor, and like that could drive you down a bad path
a
of like
very
money
bad
going
path.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
So do your vetting, figure out if that person's stuff actually works,
Yeah.
and make your decisions. I went down that path of making $100,000 investment, especially when I wasn't ready, and just paying out over 8K per month, and didn't turn out to be the best mentorship or program. But I would say like that forced me to level up. Like I was gonna be fine either way, but but the network was the people that I met inside of that program made it worth it, because everybody there was investing at that level, and those are the types of people that I want to surround myself with.
Dude,
getting into a 1K course, you might find a few awesome people. You invest in yourself in a 5-figure mastermind, you're going to surrounding yourself with the best of the best.
Surrounding yourself with people who have that same desire and commitment as you. And this is going to disappoint you, Andrew, but I didn't sign up for your program because of the content.
You bastard.
Dude, honestly, for me, it's all about the access to people, not only to learn from, but to just surround myself with, where like 30, 40K months are the expectation, not something to, cheer about all that
100K months now.
Yeah. Like 100K month is like, woo, but like when I joined and I already saw like Will doing, freaking huge numbers, Charlie doing great numbers, Doug being Doug, doing great all the time, no matter what happens. Like when I saw everybody else just like succeeding, it was just like, okay, this is the expectation. Like people not having success is not a thing. You know what I mean? Whereas like most courses you buy, most things you buy, like there's people that buy it and do nothing with it and make no money, and they just like spent $1,000 or $2,000 and they just wasted it. When you join something in the 5-figure range or more, like everybody that's in there is having success. Like they're not paying you thousands of dollars and like not making anything all month. At least I hope not. Jesus Christ. I hope nobody's like going severely into debt.
Right.
But it's just like it's a different crowd. It's like why people who go to Harvard, the education's probably the same as going on YouTube and watching videos. You don't go there to learn from the books. They have the same books as every other college. You go there for the access to people, to the teachers that you can ask that are at the highest levels, to the other students who are just as accomplished as you. You're around A players all day, every day. It's just a different way of operating.
Dude, I love that. You want to share with us your
no, you're good.
do you want to share with us your experience in Seven Figure CEO? So if there's anybody thinking about joining this high-level community and building their business coaching business, you can give them a good feel and insight.
Yeah, I mean, as far as the community goes, honestly, guys, if you just want to like, I'll be blunt. Like, if you're looking to be surrounded by a bunch of A players who are succeeding and very helpful to each other, like you've built, dude. The reason I joined you was because you had the team I wanted. Like you had the team of people that I wanted to also build for myself. You had other members in the community that I already knew and trusted and that I wanted to be around, like Doug. Like I literally just asked Doug, like, yo, bro, should I buy this? He was like, yeah. I was like, okay. And I just gave Grant my credit card number immediately on the phone. And I told him before the call, I was like, I'm going to already join. I just have some questions. Like that was basically our call. So if that, like, if having the business that Andrew has and that I have is something that you want, and having the teams that we have now in our programs is something that you want to build, and you've wanted to be in this high ticket space where like that $100,000, I didn't sell to 1,000 people. It was 19 people that I made 100K with. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not like having to support thousands of folks to make 100K a month, and none of it's done for you. It's all done with you. You know, so they're doing the work. I'm just helping them and guiding them, which is what you do. You know, which is what you guys do. Like, if you've wanted to have these types of programs, can't think of a freaking better guy to help you than Andrew. Like, you guys just have everything. And that's honestly why I joined. I was just like, this guy has everything that I want. Let me just get as close to him as I possibly freaking can and learn from him. Plus, he's a cool dude and gives out hugs. So that's nice too.
Love. Thank you.
I love your hugs.
No fear around anything. You're like, just here's a bunch of money, Andrew.
No, I didn't have any fear. Like, the only fear I had was if I could do it. I didn't have any fear or doubt about the program itself, you know? And even that fear was like, I just knew it was a stupid fear because I succeeded, you know, pretty okay before bringing you guys on. And then since you guys, like, boom, you know, it's just exploded since then. Like, I signed up with you in September for Authority Accelerator. I joined Seven Figure CEO in October. I joined before you guys even made the offer. Like, I was in the hallway with Grant the day before.
Oh yeah, you were the very first sign up for when it officially became Seven Figure CEO.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. I signed up in the hallway before the end of the event, and it was just like, it was an easy decision. The only fear I had was, you know, like, it's the same fear that I had when I was doing like insurance sales. It's like, what if? And I was like, fuck the what ifs, just do it. You figure it out if you have to, you know. And there's months where you struggle. You know, I've struggled since then. It happens. It's not because of the program, just it's me, you know. But that's entrepreneurship. It's up and down until you build the team and you build the systems and you build the CEO mentality of like running a business and not just being the business, which is what I was. I was just the business. You know what I mean? I was everything in the business. So yeah, man, it's like, I couldn't speak highly of it enough. I literally probably refer to you and your program way too many times in my coaching calls. Like, let's look at what's working. Let's look at how Andrew does his stuff. Let's look at his posts. Look at his group.
No, I love it. Dude, thank you so much for the kind words, man. My mom actually called twice, so I need to give her a call back shortly here. But
she wants to make sure you're not sick with coronavirus.
Dude, yeah, my parents are old. And to go off of what you just said, if anybody wants to explore what working with us looks like, if we can help you grow your team, grow your business, build out your programs, help you with events, help you find and hire top quality teammates. I'll drop a link down below so you can connect with Grant Yelitson, our scaling strategist, so you can explore that. So I'll drop the link down below if you guys want to click on that. But Mario, thank you so much for being here, man. Is there anything that I didn't ask you that I should have?
Nah.
Cool.
No, just everybody needs to get on a call with Grant. Like Grant's an incredible dude. He's like my best sales friend of all time.
Grant,
He's a freaking genius.
He's the man. And where can people find you, Mario, if they want to learn more?
In the comments of this video, and I'll just tag myself, and you can just add me on Facebook.
Cool. I love it. Let's do one more question.
Let's do it.
Is there a moment over the past year where you look back and you're like, oh, that was the pinnacle moment, or the one thing I learned that shifted everything for me?
Over the past year?
Over the past year since you quit your job.
That there's more than one kind of value that you can give people.
What do you mean by that?
Because I come from a finance background and I worked in mortgages, I sold bankruptcies, I sold insurance products and investment products. Like I worked in a very analytical space where all the value was basically percentages and savings and things like that. It was just like numbers. That's what I call like tangible value. I learned that people find value in emotional value, which is basically having people feel differently about something or feel something viscerally. Like emotional value is what we get out of movies. You know, we watch a movie because we have some emotional value to gain from it. We want to feel the highs and lows. We want to be taken on this journey. There's also, other than the tangible and the emotional, there's mental value. That's having epiphanies, seeing things from a different perspective, implementing new frameworks into your own mind that you can operate from. That's all the mental value stuff. And then spiritual value. And I think that's something that a lot of people lack. And that is not Jesus talk or like religious talk. That's giving people hope that there is a way out of whatever they're struggling from. And I think we've all solved things in our life that we can speak to and kind of package up in either, video content, courses, whatever, that can provide people with that spiritual value of like, guys, there's a path. Like, you don't have to be where you are. If you want something different, there's a way to get it. And I think people, don't really put that much in their content either. So like the 4 kinds of value, once I learned that there was 4 different kinds, and it's not just the how-to posts, like here's how to write an engaging comment or a post, that was the biggest shift, because that changed my entire messaging, and it's skyrocketed after that point.
Amazing. I love it, man. Mario, guys, connect with Mario. And Alex is here. What's up, Alex? We're hopping off. Elliot. But if you guys, you can book a call with Grant down below. I dropped the link to see if we can help you scale your business, just like Mario and Alex and all them. Link is down below. Click it. There are like 6 questions. Will take you 3 minutes to fill out. And regardless, you'll get frameworks. You'll get a different mindset shift with hopping on a call with Grant. Link is down below. Anybody is open to fill that out and hop on that. And if you want to connect with Mario further, he will engage in the comments. #Mario down below if you want to just talk to him. But Mario, thanks so much for being here, man, and sharing your journey.
You're welcome, brother. I'll talk to you soon.
Awesome. See you, man.